Hi guys, it's Nat at Illustrious Shadows Plans. Thank you for joining me for this video. If you're new here, welcome. I'm pleased to see you here. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. Today this video is going to be a little bit shorter. My cat, come on, there you go. That's my cat Pig, who wants to get involved in the action today, clearly. So as I was saying, this video is going to be a little bit shorter than some of my other videos. Today I'm going to be going through how I've changed my planning in my weeks and what I've been doing in my bullet journal. If you watched my video from a couple of weeks ago, you'll know that I was struggling with my weeks because I was finding that I wasn't putting spreads like this down that often. I was tending to kind of go for spreads like this. So I decided to change things up for a couple of weeks and see how it went. Unfortunately, the last couple of weeks have been really difficult in the house because I've been ill. I had hand, foot and mouth in my mouth, which was very unpleasant. I do not recommend it. Couldn't eat or drink anything for about 4 days, and I'm still finding that my sense of taste is impaired, but we're getting over it. And then this past weekend we all had a sickness bug as well, so it's been wonderful, but we move, we carry on, it's been fine. So that's why some of the content in the bullet journal isn't as exciting as it could be. Anyway, first of all, let's have a quick look at what I've been doing in my weeks. So I've been kind of just writing things down in biro. You can see that. And I've not been doing any decoration. Pig! You sit on here? He gets fed at 11 o'clock and he will not stop pestering me until he gets fed. So we just have to deal with him. So yeah, so I've been just writing things down with a biro, which I've been doing for the last few weeks, and I kind of like it. It makes it feel a lot more like a diary again, which feels like a weird thing to say, but it makes it feel a lot more functional, and I think actually it's working quite well for me. So I've been doing this for a little while, and I think I'll probably continue to do this and then transfer events over into my bullet journal. So this is the navy fox design Archer and Olive bullet journal that I decided to try using again. It is unfortunately really worn around the edges, which, as you'll see when we get into the actual bullet journal, is quite disappointing because I haven't used this very much. So I've done kind of a cover page, which I put my name on, so I won't show you that. Like, I was going to do a big cover page there, but I didn't. I did a future log for 2022, some 2021 goals, August in 2021, September in 2021, and then some odd bits and here and there. This was my marathon planning stages, so this was all the runs that I did, which I'm really pleased with. But other than that, it's basically just reflections and the odd kind of collage, ink log, that kind of thing. There's nothing too groundbreaking in here. And I've probably used maybe 20 pages out of it, so which is why I say it's a little bit disappointing that it's worn around the edges, but it has been sat on my bookcase, I guess. So anyway, so when I wanted to look back into bullet journaling, I thought I'll pick this up and use this rather than buying anything new. So this was the first spread that I did for July, and this is what I was talking about in my last video, which you can watch up in the top corner if you'd like to do so. I really like having this monthly overview visible. For me, this is really important because if I don't see this, I don't remember that things are happening. There were a couple of times in July where I had to go back and add things in because I hadn't put them in my weeks because I wasn't looking at the monthly spreads. So that's kind of how this came out. And then I started doing this weekly rolling task list, which got really messy. I didn't like it at all, and I just thought it's not working for me. But the idea was I wanted the whole month on one page, and I wanted it to be easy to see where I was going to be, when I was going to be there, and what tasks I had to do. I didn't have any habit trackers, I didn't have anything kind of personal in here. This is purely a to-do list and a weekly, monthly appointments list, I guess. So for August I tried something a little bit different and I kind of like it. I don't know. I use these acrylographs from the Cool Fool set. They're the 3mm acrylographs. For some reason, this one is coming out a little bit weird. Like sometimes it's coming out as this kind of lavendery purple and sometimes it's coming out as this darker blue. I don't really understand why. But again, these are quite old and I think I got these at the same time as I got the bullet journal. So that might explain it. These are probably now at least 3 years old, but I still would have expected them to last a little bit longer. Anyway, I've put some rub-ons down and some decoration, and what I've done is basically, this is my monthly overview. Doesn't really work. Had to stick some stuff at the top. That's the cat feeder. So the cat's now happy and no longer will be bothering us. So I've put stuff in and I've highlighted days when I've got something on. And then I've put here is my exercise tracker. And then this is kind of an amalgamation of one of the trackers that I used to do in my bullet journal, which I will just find for us now. So it's kind of an amalgamation of this dailies tracker, if you can see that there. And it's kind of working. Obviously I've been sick these kind of 3 days, so I haven't really done everything. It's only the 7th of August today, so we don't need to worry too much. But then over on this page I've got a task list, and it's kind of working in the sense that these are big tasks that I need to do, and then the little daily tasks are taken care of here. But equally I think I'm going to run out of space because, like I said, it's only the 7th of August today and I've got probably maybe 15, 16 more lines left to write on. And these are all kind of things that I need to get done this month. It's a little bit awkward, but it will work. The other thing with this overview is I've now got something that I'm doing on the 25th of August, so I need to colour that box in with the right colour. I think it's this one. See, it's coming out a little bit of a weird colour, but obviously I'm going to have to write that at the bottom because it won't slot in and that's going to really annoy me. Anyway, it's working, kind of. I don't know if it's going to work long term. It might do. I think I maybe just need to play around with what I need and perhaps do this and then have a dailies page, like an undated dailies page on here where I can write in, say, because I'm off work today, unfortunately, because I've had a sickness bug, I have to be off for 48 hours and because I could infect other people. So on here on the dailies I could write Wednesday 7th and then the list of things that I want to do during the day, which wouldn't necessarily be the same as these, but potentially would duplicate this. I'm trying to cut down on duplication and keep it pretty and keep myself interested, and that is what I'm really struggling with at the moment. I think eventually I will find a groove with this. I do think I will probably buy another Weeks. I've been looking at the releases that have come out because they started releasing on the 1st of August. At the moment, I don't know if anything has sprung out to me, but someone suggested that perhaps something like the B6 undated planner might be what I need, so I might have a look into that. There were also a couple of other companies that make undated planners that were suggested to me, which I will have a look at, but I've got a feeling they were both American companies and they're hard to get in the UK. But I do need to have a good look into it, and I do appreciate the comments that have been left on that video from last week. So that's kind of all I've got to say this week, to be honest. It's not a huge update. Like I said, I think this is going to be a shorter video, purely because I'm still kind of trying to figure things out, and perhaps as Hobonichi releases their kind of 2025 collection, I might find that there's more things that I like and that I want, and I need to have a good look and kind of have a search on YouTube and see people using the different planners and what I think might work for me. If you do have any other suggestions, do let me know. I think the 3 things that I'm looking for is 1, I'm looking for ease of use. 2, I'm looking for something that has most of, if not all, the information in one place, because my ability to hold information that isn't visually presented to me right away is terrible. And I'm looking for something that is quite low maintenance. And and I think that's where I'm finding the problem, because I want low maintenance but I still want creativity, and perhaps that is not going to happen. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I'm really pleased to say we've now got over 500 subscribers. So I mean, if you look at my little YouTube tracker in the back of here from the start of the year, oh my god, isn't that incredible? We started with 38 subscribers and now we've got over 500. I think I had 504 last time I looked. So just so pleased and so thankful for you all. If you haven't subscribed already, please do consider doing so. It makes my heart do a little happy dance every time I get a new sub, which is probably a little bit sad, but it does make me really pleased, and it means that you keep up to date with the channel and all the goings on. So thank you very much if you have subscribed already. If you haven't, consider it. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all later. Thank you.